Okay, so, okay, ready to meditate? Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Sunday morning meditation at the Temple of Enlightenment. So you can join us, come into the temple, and you can join with participation with in-person and online Zoom. And also these lessons you can follow later by YouTube. So I picked up to talk Satipatthana Sutta, Mahasatipatthana Sutta, the greatest discourse on four foundation of mindfulness. So we're going to learn that in this week's about Satipatthana Sutta, the foundation of mindfulness, asana contemplation on body begins with breathing meditation. Breathing meditation is the very basic begins of Buddhist meditation. Also, it's deep and very deep meditation. Mostly in the world, the people follow breathing meditation to practice mindfulness, awareness. This is what Buddha, before he became Buddha, Siddhartha, Siddhartha Gautama, his prince, was seeking Buddhism, searching Buddhism, and start to meditate, practice breathing, anapanasati, a breathing meditation. So he began breathing, and he developed it, and end up with Buddhahood by realizing to be up to being become fully enlightened. So this breathing meditation simply means being mindful and aware about this moment. What are we doing, or what is going on in the moment? So while we sitting on meditation position, we do nothing. We stay in quiet silence and very non-moving. So, but the breath moves, but we're not moving. The breath moves back and forth. So then we be mindful and aware that move of the breath, and be aware how the breath moves, how breath moves back and forth. And we pay attention and we be aware how breath moves back and forth at the moment. And then our whole attention put onto the breath and focus the breath and continuously stay with the breath by being aware how it is moved and how it is what is happening onto the breath. So then we step by step developed, because in the beginning, breath moves quite long in the beginning. Also, we breathe in and breathe out intentionally quite longer. And we breathe in, long breath, and then make it out with long. So then we keep doing it long in breath and long out breath. Inhale and exhale quite longer. Then next step, and we focus a short breath. Then we breathe shortly. Then we be aware of short breath. Then we practice mindfulness, following the breath, long breath and short breath. It is very quite effective when we breathe long in the beginning, and next when we breathe the short. So then we train mind to focus breath and stay with the breath by doing it long way and short way. So then then the next step, and we focus whole breath. We observe whole breath. Observe whole in breath and out breath. Observing from the beginning to end whole breath. Then the other step, so relaxing breath. And we experience in the relaxation of the breath, and we relax in breath, and more, the experience more and more relaxing. These are the 4 steps in the Satipatthana Sutta explained on breathing meditation. And then there are some other suttas, the whole breathing meditation techniques. There's 16 of them. So 16 steps of the breathing meditation in the most of other suttas, but here this is the first 4 beginning steps and explaining in the Satipatthana Sutta to practice and develop mindfulness of breathing. So we're going to start the breathing meditation. So then prepare your sitting position and sit down comfortably. Keep your back straight and gently close your eyes. And you may sit down on the back muscles. Keep your legs relaxed. And you may keep your right hand top of the left hand, and also you can keep on the hands on your knees as you're comfortable. And your head not down and up and in balance. In middle. So relax your top of the head. Focus your head and ask it to relax. And relax your face. And relax your shoulders. You may drop your shoulders and keep in relax. Relax your chest and your stomach. And relax your arms. And legs. Now focus your sitting position from the head to feet. Bring your attention and awareness onto your body. Now bring your attention close to your nose, right in front of your nostril, and establish your attention there, right in front of your nostril. Then breathe in long and breathe out long. You may intentionally breathe in long and breathe out long by keeping your attention close to nose, right in front of your nostril, and be aware of your breath. And you notice long breath, long in breath and long out breath. I inhale long and exhale long. Pay your full awareness onto your breath and notice, breathe in long and breathe out long. Make sure you right in front of you the nostril, and then breath move in long and breath move out long. Breathe in how long as far you can. You simply need breathe in long and breathe out long, long breath. This is very effective to be mindful in your next step. And intentionally breathe in long and breathe out long. Then you know it's long in breath and long out breath. In this step, you simply know the breath is long. Okay, now you follow short breath. And breathe in short and breathe out short. And then notice short in breath and short out breath. Make sure keep attention right close to nose, right in front of your nostril. And then breathe in short and breathe out short. And breath is all around your nose. It is short. And you are aware in breath, out breath, short in breath, short out breath. You may intentionally breathe in short and breathe out short. And you can feel your breath much better. Make sure keep attention right in front of your nostril and breathe in and breathe out. Short, take short breath and make short out breath. This is very effective. You train your mind by doing it to focus your breath. When you're working, this is how we begin to focus our breath. Now you may observe whole breath. Now let it happen and observe whole breath. Make sure to keep attention right close. When you breathe in and observe whole in breath. When you breathe out, observe whole out breath. Then you train to be aware on your breath. I got a water. So, you guys want, if you want tea or water, you can have them.
Oh, there you are.
Now I can hear you.
Oh, okay. That happens.
Yeah, the computer was needed to relaxation to bit.
Maybe like me, the computer is tired.
I think so, yeah.
Go asleep. Highway. Highway. Where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? Which way we going? Oh boy. Highway. You okay? That's my good cat. Yeah, good boy.
How is he now? Good? Your cat?
Oh, he's doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's doing fine. He's playing back there.
What's his name?
Way way.
Wei Wei.
Way way.
It's
It's short.
Chinese. It's Chinese name.
No, it's an Aztec name.
Aztec.
Yeah, he's a way coyote. It's like old coyote.
I see. Yeah.
It means old coyote. It means it's the god of festivals and music and play.
Mm-hmm.
He's a trickster god.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. Then you have a good heavenly relationship.
Oh yes, right way. Oh, you're a good guy. Come on. You want to come up here and see everybody? No? You don't? Okay.
Okay, then we're going to, we ready to Dhamma discussion? Okay. Let's homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, Worthy One and fully enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. This is how we appreciate the Buddha's service, by paying our homage to the Buddha. So we learn and these spiritual things by following his teachings. So then we appreciate his service, right? So then we pay our respect to the Buddha in the beginning. Paying respect to who worthy to respect is a duty, it's a discipline, right? Whoever is you supposed to pay, to respect, and we have to respect them. That's one of our training, discipline, right? So wherever we go, we follow the rules, right? Then we obedient to that nature, that's discipline. So that's a kind of training, paying respect, being humble, appreciate. So these spiritual teachings is Buddha found by striving a very hard, very long time. So he did this not only for himself, and he did it for himself and for all of others. So then his dedication to achieve and realize freedom, to achieve the liberation, freedom from all mass of suffering, unsatisfactory. Then he achieved that, and he offered to us. Now we learn them. Then these human beings have a problem. These human beings have a problem. Not only human beings, all sentient beings have a problem. Many problems, right? We have many problems. Now you are solving your problems, right? Some of them going to school study to solve the problems. Which problems? You're going to solve by studying. Your future problems, right? Economic problems. To solve your economic problems, then you're going to school, right? You're not going to school for fun, right? You're going to school to learn something, study to solve your future problems, difficulties, to have a kind of safe, quiet, comfortable future. So then you're going to doctors for solve your physical problems, even your mental problems, right? So then usually we do kind of temporary solution. We give some temporary solutions to our problems. Then our problems happen again and again and again and again and again and again. Whatever problems we have right now, whole world, we are facing too many problems, economic problems, political problems, environment problems, right? resist criticization, dangers, fears, uh, illness, pandemics, um, so earthquake, uh, tsunamis, whatever, it's all natural disasters, flooding, um, raining too much, not raining enough, whatever, it's all kind of problems. So we are making temporary solutions to these all problems. And then we get sick, growing old, and die, right? Then we are making a temporary solution to these all problems. We we get angry and become upset, and we become so much greedy and not comfortable, and we fight, we kill, we beat, we hate, we blame, scold. So then lust, attached, so much attachment, strong attachment, can release, can let go, can be relaxed. Then we preparing some temporary solution to these all kind of troubles, pains, to sufferings, and to unsatisfactoriness. Then Buddha found very good solution to these all problems. And then he released from these all problems, and he freed from these whole problems completely, perfectly. It's not a temporary solution. Buddha gave to these problems a permanent solution, a final solution. Then whole Buddha's teaching focus in that, okay? By practicing these teachings, by learning these teachings, exactly, definitely we have that temporary solution, what we are looking for. We have that temporary solution we experience at the moment, right now, right here, by practicing it. And also not Buddhism and Buddha's teaching not stop you in temporary solution, because it is going to happen again and again and again and again. These problems right now we have and we are facing, it's happened in the Buddha's time, in 2,500 years ago, right? And that's what Buddha's teaching to those all problems. And Buddha gave these teachings to those society. That society in 2,500 years ago, they lived on the earth, right? And to generation, from that to now, this all have this problem, still we are having. In future, even up to 1,000 years later, 2,000 years later, 5,000 years later, even 10,000 years later, we are still facing to the same problems, right? Isn't it? Yes. Even before the Buddhas, these problems exist. And that's why Buddha was looking for and searching, investigate, to find out solution to these problems. Then Buddha found it, realized it, and Buddha freed and liberated. And then he explored the teaching. How do we do that? On this whole teaching, the teaching we are going to learn today and discuss in these weeks, that's the very important, very famous, broadly, widely known, very mostly learned and practiced teaching is called Satipatthana Sutta. Satipatthana Sutta. It's called Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Maha means great, greatest. Satipatthana. Sati means mindfulness. Sati means mindfulness, awareness. Mahasati. Sati means mindfulness, awareness. Be being aware what is going on. Train to be mindful. Patthana means establishing. Patthana, foundation. Also it's called foundation. Satipatthana, foundation of mindfulness. Establishment of mindfulness. Right? This is the meaning of this sutta. Establishment of mindfulness. Foundation of mindfulness. Satipatthana. This is the mostly respected, honored, practiced, learned, trained meditation techniques Buddha teaching here. Then Buddha was living in the called the village Kammasadhamma. It's a kind of town, Kammasadhamma, marketplace, town, where there was the Kurus lived. Kurus is the kind of certain people. They are very wise people, because Buddha's teaching, the kind of very deep teachings Buddha taught to these people, Kurus. And then Buddha was living in that town with the monks of the Kurus. And then Buddha addressed the monks, said bhikkhus. Then bhikkhus said, yes, sir. And then Buddha said, bhikkhus, this is the one and only way. Ekayanu ayam bhikkhave maggo. Bhikkhus, this is the one and only way. Sattanam visuddhya, purification of the sentient beings. This is the way to purification of the sentient beings. Sattanam visuddhya. Soka pariddavanam samatikkamaya. Cease the sorrow. Cease the crying. Soka pariddava. Soka means sorrowing. Mental sorrow. So this mentally we sorrowing and crying. Soka pariddavanam samatikkamaya. This is the way to cease sorrowing and crying. Dukkha domanassanam attangamaya. To make disappearing, to make let go, to make release the dukkha domanasana, mental pain and physical pain. And this is the way to release, freed from the physical pain and mental pain. And nyayasa adigamaya, and this is the way to achieve the knowledge. This is the way to achieve the knowledge. This is the knowledge, the very special knowledge, supreme knowledge. This is the way to achieve the supreme knowledge. And Nibbana Satchikiriyaya, achieve the freedom, achieve the liberation, Nibbana. What is that? It is the Chattaro Satipatthana, four foundation of mindfulness, four establishment of mindfulness. And that's how Buddha began this sutta. Right? Monks. This is the one and only way. It means actually this is how Buddha emphasizes And this is the way. This is what is mean, not one and only way. There are some other ways too. And Buddha explaining and emphasizing, and this is the way. This is the way to, this is the path to purification. This is the path to purification. And this is the way to release sorrowing and crime. And this is the way to get rid of and freed from the physical and mental pain. And this is the way to achieve liberation, freedom. That is what it is, the four foundation of mindfulness. Then she and the Buddha's the teaching, focus, something not temporary solution. And Buddha's teaching is seeking the permanent solution to this whole mental pain and to physical pain, right? Permanent solution to mental pain and physical pain. Permanent solution to sorrowing and to crying. And permanent solution to achieve a higher knowledge, highest knowledge, wisdom. And permanent solution to purify, complete purification, permanent purification. We all looking for to go somewhere to heaven with this whole anger, right? We're going to go somewhere to heaven to this greed, attachment, to craving, right? With craving, with lust, with hate, by killing. And we looking for going to heaven and enjoy the life over there. Not purify. Nobody want to purify themselves. They want to go somewhere and enjoy life impermanently and with craving, with attachment, with hate, with ignorance. Right? That's a temporary solution they are looking for and preparing themselves. Nobody wants to find out and to get this permanent solution, the perfect solution. And they have given us to a temporary solution. It's okay, it's hard to get rid of craving. It's hard to get rid of attachment, hate. Then stay with that. And make simple choice to go somewhere and enjoy your life. That's the whole world have given solutions. The Buddha's solution is not making you blind and not making you ignoring. And the Buddhist way is making yourself aware what is going on within you. And Buddhist way to ask you to be aware, to realize what is going on within you, around you, and to realize your nature, your reality. And Buddhist teachings lead you to be aware yourself, to be knowledged about yourself, and it teach you to realize yourself, your nature. Then you can realize the nature of others and around you. Right? And Buddha lead you to how to be aware about you, to be aware of what's going on, how to develop awareness, mindfulness, how to develop knowledge. And Buddha's teaching, they focus that. Okay. If you have any idea to share with us, then please, you are welcome to share. And if you have any question about this, the things we're talking, and you can ask. You are very welcome to ask any questions. And even your suggestions, ideas, your thoughts. So what are the four foundations of mindfulness? And Buddha explaining here, monks, these are the four foundations of mindfulness. Ida bhikkhave bhikkhu khaye khayanupasse viharati atapi sampajano satima vinaya lokya abhijjhado manassa. Bhikkhus, this is how someone be aware of this physical body. Contemplate on body. Kaya kanupasse viharati. How someone live, being aware and mindful on this body. Atapi sampajano. Atapi means very diligently, keen awareness, very diligently be awareness. Sampajano, and knowing, being, sampajana means the being very aware in the moment. Sampajana means the being aware and knowledge what is going on in this moment. That's what it means. And be keenly aware and very knowledged. And then satima, mindful. And be mindful, and then he stay away from abhijja, greed, attachment, and domanasang, worrying and sadness. And be stay away from physical and mental troubles. This is what it means. Okay? By paying attention to this body, being mindful on this physical body, keenly be aware, diligently be aware of this body, and then stay away from physical and mental troubles. Okay? And that's the first one. Contemplation and body. And then vedananupassi viharati. And then the second foundation of mindfulness, feeling. Vedana, feeling. Right? Whole life we experience feeling, right? Feelings. That's the most effective things. We want to feel happy, right? You are here for what? Experience happiness, peace, calm. You are in this meditation group to experience kind of peace, right? Peace, happiness. So, vedananupassi viharati. By being aware, mindful on feelings, diligently, and be very aware and mindful, then stay away physical and mental troubles. Stay away from attachment and worrying. That's the second foundation of mindfulness, feeling. Third foundation of mindfulness is be mindful on mind, thoughts. Chitte chittanupassi viharati. That's the third foundation of mindfulness, being aware on thoughts. Right? The thoughts we think, the thoughts arising. Right? How minds work, how mind works, how thoughts work. So what's going on in the mind, and be aware diligently, be mindful on the thoughts, then stay away from attachment and physical pain and mental pain. Then the fourth foundation of mindfulness is the Dhamma. Dhamma is what is going on around us in this, in the nature, in the world. Not simply only that, that's the one way of being mindful on Dhamma phenomena, and then some other special, significant Dhammas about leading you to enlightenment. Okay? So, and being mindful on the Dhamma, then to be diligently, keenly be mindful and aware about the Dhamma, then stay away from attachment and physical and mental pain. Okay, these are the four foundations of mindfulness. Remember? Mindfulness on body, feelings, thoughts, mind. Mind and Dhamma, right? Mind and Dhamma. These are the four foundations of mindfulness. Very good. So then we be mindful on this physical body, and then the feelings, mind, and Dhammas for what? To what? For what reason? Sattana Visuddhya, purification of our own purification. Okay? Your own purification. And be aware of this, mindful on these foundations to your own purification. Soka paridhavana samatikkamaya, release your sorrowing and crying. And you practice this mindfulness to purify yourself and to release your sorrowing and crying. And dukkha domanassanam attangamaya, make disappearing and let go your physical and mental pain. Nyaya sadhigamaya, achieve highest knowledge, wisdom. Nibbanasa satchikiriyaya, achieve the freedom and liberation. Right? And this is why you are practicing to be mindful on this physical body and feeling, mind, thoughts, and the Dhammas. To purify yourself, to release your physical sorrowing and crying, and stay away from and get rid of the physical and mental troubles, and to achieve freedom and liberation. Okay, this is what it is. Then Buddha here in this suttas begin observing this body. Observing the body, kayanupassana. Katanchapana bhikkhave bhikkhu kaya kayanupasse viharati. How someone be aware on this body. Then here Buddha focused this is not this whole body in this here. It just means our breath body. Okay. Then someone want to be to practice breathing, to be aware and mindful on breath, and then he have to find out this very quiet place. Then he going to forest. Why going to forest?
It's quiet.
It is quiet. Do you have any doubt about to go into forest to meditate? No? But some people have idea to going to meditate to forest is it's not the right and correct way. We should and support to meditate in here, right here where we are, in the city. That who is in the forest and meditate when he come back to city and he again get involved with the things in the city. That some people think. That's the wrong idea. Right? That's the wrong way. Why you are going to school to study, then you can study in home. That's the place you to study, right? That's the where your environment have prepared to study. That's the environment have prepared to you to practice and learn. That's why we are going to school. So this is not the one and only place to meditate. The forest is not the one and only place. That's the best place to meditate because this is quiet, no troubles. Then you not get involved with other things because this is the beginning of training. When you're done your train, no matter where you are, you can meditate and you can live without attachment, without physical and mental pain and troubles, without involving any kind of troubles. Right? When you've done it, then you go to school, then you study. Then you go into village, your knowledge is there, right? You're going to city, your knowledge is there. Wherever you go, your knowledge is there, your skills are there, right? When you achieve some kind of skills, no matter where you are going, you with that skills. It's never going to lose. That's the wrong idea. Some people thinking to go into forest to meditate is not the right way, and we have to meditate where we are. We can do that, but it will take long time because it's a lot of botherings, distractions, right? Maybe people are scared to go to forest and maybe lazy, stay in the forest, and that's why some people have that idea. And then then to meditate, because this is the way to mindfulness, to practice mindfulness, establish mindfulness. So, okay, go into forest, or if not, stay under a tree. Under a tree means the under a tree, have a good shade, no much troubles and botherings, then you're good. If not, and you're going to find, you have to find an empty place, empty house, empty place. This means no much people is around. It's quiet. Maybe it could be in your home, right? In your room. No much troubles. It's quiet, kind of quiet. Then you can focus. So, okay. Then go into a forest or under a tree or empty, quiet place. Then he sit down, crossing legs. Sit down, crossing legs. And keep back straight. Ujung kayam panidaya, back straight. Now we're going to forest or under a tree in the quiet place and sit down to meditate. And crossing legs, so no matter however, this is the way of explanation that you can sit down on a chair by putting your leg, the feet a relaxed way. You don't want to always crossing legs if you're not able to do that. You can sit down on a chair, put your legs on the floor, and you can sit even in the bed and put your legs in relaxed way, because you're going to sit a little longer. Because in the forest you're not able to find chairs and bed to sit down, right? Maybe that's why wherever you are sitting and you cross legs and sit down, that's your chair. This is your chair. You can bring with you anywhere, wherever you go. You use your back muscles to sit down, that's your cushion, right? That's your cushion to sit down. And then cross legs, that's your chair. Then you sit down, it's good. And keep back straight. Back straight, why we keep back straight, then we can stay a little longer. We support you to stay long sitting. Because back straight. Then establish mindfulness right in front of the nose. Parimukang sating upattapetta. Establish mindfulness right in front of the nose. Because this is the practice of breathing. Okay? To train to be mindful on breath. Then you have to establish mindfulness here, attention here, close to nose, around nostril. Parimukha means mukha means door. Door. The nose door is here, right? Nostril. Then establish mindfulness, attention here. Then sosato, vasasati, sato, pasasati, mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. Exhale mindfully and inhale. Inhale mindfully, exhale mindfully. Then, digang va assasanto digang assasamiti bhajanati. Then he come to knowledge. When he come to knowledge, when he breathe in long, and he come to knowledge, I'm breathing in long, and I'm breathing out long, and he come to knowledge. This is the very first step of breathing meditation practice. Breathing in long, and he knows long in breath, and breathing out long, and he know long out breath. Right? So then when he breathe in short, and he know breathe in short. When he breathe out short, and he know breathe out short. This is the training to be aware how breath works. When you breathe in long, and you know it's a long in breath. When you breathe out long, and you know long out breath. If you breathe in short, and you know it's short in breath. If you breathe out short, and you know short out breath. And in the beginning, simply pay attention to how breath move. It's long or short, and simply come to know how the breath is long or shorter. Long or shorter. It's simple to do that. It's easy to do that, to be aware it's long in breath or short in breath, right? It's not very subtle, because we can simply understand breath long or short. In the beginning, first step, and we come to knowledge, to be know about the breath, how move. Then in the third step, and sabbakaya patisangvedya sasisami iti sikkati, and then come to knowledge, get to know the whole breath, when whole in breath and whole out breath. In the beginning, simply notice it's long or short, but in the third step, and be aware whole breath, right? Whole in breath and whole out breath. Here, sikkati, this is the very special word. Sikkati means train. Sikkati means train. We have a precept, right? Five precepts. The first precept called Panatipata Veramani Sikha. Sikha Padan Samadhyami. Sikha means train. The precept of training. Sikha Padan Samadhyami. Sikha means train, practice. I'm observing practice of avoiding killing, right? I'm trained to be avoid of killing. That's Sikha means the practicing, training. Then he trained himself to be aware and observe whole in-breath and whole out-breath. That's a training. This is to be trained in certain point, right? We have another practice, be aware what is going on around us and what is happening right now, right here. That's another way of being aware. And here this is certain point, be trained to be aware about this certain point. Be aware to notice if breath long, it's long breath. If breath short, and to be aware it's short breath. And then observe whole breath, whole in and out breath. Then in the fourth step, Pasambhayang kaya sankarang asasisa miti sikkati, and train to make breath relax. And train to in-breath and out-breath relax. And then relax in breath, and breath relax itself, and enjoying the relaxation, and be aware of the relaxation, and then be involved with that relaxation, and staying in that relaxation, living in that relaxation, and observing that relaxation, and enjoying it. That's the fourth step of the relaxing the breath. And that then is quite the good important step of this breathing meditation, that relaxation. That's the turning point actually, relaxation of the breath. It's a turning point of the next step. In this Sutta, and this Buddha explained, according to the foundation, the being mindfulness of body, these 4 steps. And Buddha gave a simile, how do you be mindful on this breath? It's like a carpenter. Carpenter who of the apprentice of the carpenter, the student of the carpenter, even the carpenter, what he used to wood make smooth, what's that called?
A plane.
Plane?
Yes.
Plane, yeah.
Plane, okay.
That straightens out a piece of wood.
Yes. Yeah, making the plane. Then he used the plane, the carpenter, right? P, right? Plane.
Yes.
I mean, in this translation, they say a turner, which is a different. That's when you make something round out of wood. It's a technical term, but I'm not sure what is meant here.
The ancient time, whatever this okay, the plane. Then he used the plane. Then he make the wood is smooth, rough space, and he making it smooth. Then he push it into to make it. Then he knows I'm going to make it a long move. Right? He knows he's doing a long move. Then if he think I'm making a short move, and he do a short move, then he know his move of that plane, it is short or long. He aware about that, how he's doing it. Right? If he want to make it long move, and he do long move, and he know he's doing a long move of it. If that move is a short, and he know he's going to do a short move, and he do short move, right? Then he know how it is move, long or short. Likewise, when you breathe and you notice and you breathe long or you breathe short, then you be aware it's a long breath or short breath. And you make it long, and you know it is you making a long breath. If you making a short breath, then you know you're making a short breath. then you know about the breath move short or long. And you can do it intentionally. You can follow your natural breath too. The most important thing is knowing its breath is long or short, right? How it is happening, how you are doing it. Um, and Buddha says, likewise, the carpenter, when he moved the plane and he know it, how he move it, his short or long movement. Likewise, the meditator know he breathe in long, he breathe in short, or he breathe in short and he breathe out short. And then he knows, and he whole breath, and he know about his whole out breath and in breath and out breath. Then he relax in his breath and he enjoying his breath, his relaxation of the breath. That's how we begin, and then we enjoy that relaxation in the end. This here explaining not only his breath, and he also observing the other's breath. It means, and he simply notices the other people also breathe in long and short, and then he simply be aware the other people's breath works too. So, not only that, and also samudaya dhammanupassiva kayasmin viharati, arising of the breath, and he be mindful arising of the breath. Why dhammanupassiva? Cessation of the breath. And he noticed the arising of the breath and cessation of the breath. It means he simply noticed the breath is rising and falling, rising and falling. It's not permanent, it's temporary, it's rise and fall. Arising and disappearing, arising and disappearing. Breath is arising and disappearing. We not breathe in always the same breath. It's not the same breath we inhale and exhale. Whatever breath we inhale and we exhale another breath. Whatever we exhale and we inhale another breath, right? It's not the same breath. Then he noticed the arising and falling of the breath. And then he noticed rising and he noticed falling, and his next, and rising and falling, he noticed rising and falling. Then he established mindfulness on his body. Then he established the mindfulness, that body, for jnana mattaya, for knowledge. Patisati mattaya, special knowledge. Then anishitocha viharati, and he stay without attaching, without attachment. Anishitocha viharati, no attachment. Na kinchi loke upadhyati, anything in the world not grasp, not grasping. Because he is contemplating on his breath, then he be mindful on breath, and he notice arising of the breath and cessation of the breath and arising and cessation of the breath, and he notices impermanent, temporary, this is not the same breath, and he developed that knowledge, special knowledge about impermanent, temporary, and then it's nothing to attach to even to the breath. Rising one breath and cease another breath. And what is cease the breath, it is not the rising again. It's different breath than the same breath. Then he develop his knowledge, super knowledge, to understand that rising and falling, arising and cessation, and it's impermanent and temporary of that breath. Then he develop his knowledge and his skill. Then he live without attachment and live without grasping anything. This is how the practice, the mindfulness of body. Again, Buddha explaining, Prancha param bhikkhave bhikkhu gacchanto va gacchamiti pajanati. When he walks forward and he know I'm walk forward. When he walk backward and he know I'm walking backward. This means the walking meditation. When he walk back and forth and he know he walk back and forth. It means when he walk, he know I'm walking. Right? Usually we walk, we are thinking something else, we know where are we going. We don't have awareness at that moment, right? When we walk, we think in something else. So even, or maybe we are looking at something else. We not be aware about the walking, right? That's how we usually do. But here, the practice in this training of mindfulness, when we walk, we know walking, and we be aware of all the steps. Then even the other people walks and be aware the other people's walking. It's being aware by himself and be aware of others, of the walking. Then the arising and falling of the walking of this physical body. Then he noticed and developed the knowledge about this body of rising and falling. Then he established this special knowledge by practicing and being aware of this body moves, and then stay away from the attachment and without grasping anything in the world. While he training, while he practicing, and he simply be aware about his walking back and forth, without attachment and without grasping anything. And he simply be aware about his movement. This is how we train the be mindful on this body, following body movement. In the we begin when he's sitting, and he be when he's sitting, meditate, and he be aware on the breath. When he walk, and he be mindful on walking, movement of the moves of the legs, feet, body. So this is how we train the physical body, mindfulness on physical body. So that's what for today. Do you have to share with us any your knowledge and about this?
I have a question, Bhante.
Yes.
Is it correct to say that this sutta is all about meditation? Like this is all instruction on meditation? In other words, or it seems like I'm just wondering why in Buddhism they have these two things, samatha and vipassana, when it seems like it's really taught together in this sutta. Is that correct? Like that there's both contemplation and the actual meditation of samatha that he's recommending in the sutta?
So your question is why we have two types of meditation, or the point.
Why is samatha and vipassana taught as separate things? Is it, if I'm listening to you, I'm hearing that both of these things are being taught at the same time.
Yeah.
In the sutta.
Yeah. Yes. 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 I think it is here. It is because simply this is begin with the mindful on this moment, and then also the same time develop of the vipassana, the rising and falling of that breath even in the body, and to develop my vipassana. So in this sutta is not going to deep level of that samatha. The other meditation practice have the going to deep level of the samatha until to going to jhana. But here, begin with this mindfulness, then going to vipassana level. Then this is not taking you to going to deep level of the samatha. The deep level of the samatha is the the after that relaxation and contemplation on the rapture, and then the contemplation on happiness, right?
Okay.
And then this vipassana is not going to that deep level of the samatha meditation, and it's taking us to vipassana meditation.
But it does, we're getting to the same goal, right? Is that the
Yes.
the liberation? Okay.
Yes, samatha meditation also is going to be going to the same achievement. And the samatha meditation always mention the sukha, with happiness. There's a certain word for that. It is called huh? Piti? Yeah, that's the liberation, achieve the nibbana enlightenment in the very happy way, because the samatha is related with happiness. The raptures, we experiencing rapture, we experiencing happiness, and the the highest happiness of that samadhi. That's the very peaceful way of achievement of the liberation. But the vipassana, it's kind of rough and not experiencing that kind of bliss of mind, calmness. But vipassana is rough and directly going to contemplate on impermanent and unsatisfactoriness and non-self.
Okay, that's helpful. Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah. So, Michael, do you have any idea?
That was, I think, a very good question. And we've read this sutta so many times, but we get something new out of it every time. So this is the body, of course, the question that always comes up, the body in the body, the breath in the breath. Most of us think that phrase, that English phrase, contemplating the body in the body, means really contemplating the body. In other words, undivided, complete. But do you have anything you can say about the English phrase, contemplating the body in the body? Because nobody seems to know. That's a mystery.
Contemplate in the contemplate. Say again.
The body in the body.
Body in the.
And we see it too in different ways. The body in the body, the breath.
In the Pali term too, the similar kaya anupassi viharati. Kaya means in the body. Kaya anupassi viharati. Kaya anupassi viharati. Body in the body. Yeah, kaya anupassi viharati. The same way of explanation.
I know.
I've seen a good translation that I like, which is contemplating the body as just a body.
Yeah.
That seems to make sense to me.
It does. But it also plays fast and loose with the actual Pali. That's, I think, what Bhante was saying. But that's okay, because I'm sure that the monks at the time discussed it too.
Yeah.
But I think yours is good. I mean, the one that you found is more specific. It rounds out it takes away the mystery.
Okay, we can discuss next week even more about this, and we're going to learn this whole sutta in our next weeks. So thank you for joining us today, and then the transfer merits to the departed ones, and we share the merits with ghosts and deities. May they all share these merits, and then the may they have a happy destination. By the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, by the power of these merits, and you live happily, peacefully, without any afflictions. And finally, may we all be attained to enlightenment. Akasattha chabummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu sasanang chirang rakkantu desanang chirang rakkantu mang parang Sabbhitiyo vivajjantu sabbaruko vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sabba dhammanubhavena sabba sanghanubhavena Sada Sutti Bhavantu Te Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Okay, thank you for joining and see you next week.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay,
Thank you, Monte.
thank you.
Have a great day.